Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, BFam Podcast. Today is a quicker episode, and it's just me explaining some thoughts that I've been having. I often think about when people say that robots are going to take over. And then it began to, make sense to me. Robots are taking over. If you look around today, and you have any awareness of anything that's going on around you, look at the people that surround us. You can't look at me and tell me with a straight face that everybody that I encounter on an everyday basis is a real person. It just seems like some of these people have no real lives. Some people are just there for the day. Imagine how many people that you have walked past in public and they've died the next day. No longer here, no longer existing. It just doesn't make sense to me how every single person on earth can be a real person. I don't know. I mean, just really give it some thought. In a sense, robots are taking over. AI is taking over. Look at everybody in their interactions. Nobody interacts like they used to. You'll say hi to somebody on the street and they'll look at you like you're a maniac, like you're a psychopath for being nice, for greeting them. All people do is look at their phones and become immersed in social media and whatever has their attention through the phone. Robots are taking over. Phones are robots. Phones are AI. AI is grasping our attention and taking it. I mean, we're losing creativity. Creativity isn't as widely accepted or as renowned as it used to be. I never really see or hear from any type of artist ever. Music artist, yeah, but who was the last great painter that we've ever fathomed over? The 80s had Basquiat. Picasso was whenever Picasso was. People knew these were great artists when they were great artists. Now I only hear of art in history class. I never hear of art in media today. It just doesn't make sense to me. It seems like we're being drowned out very, very slowly but surely by all this new technology. The people who are around us are AI. The people who are around us are robots. And this sounds crazy to think about right now. And this probably sounds crazy to be hearing at whatever time you're listening to this. But it's just something that I think about constantly. And another thing that causes this AI thought is not a lot of people are aware of their surroundings or what's really going on. I mean, I see at least 10 people a day that I could rob blindly and they wouldn't know what would happen because they were just so lost in whatever they were doing. Nobody pays attention and interacts with each other. It's sad to see. Another concept that I've been thinking about, and I thought about this morning, is I don't know if a lot of people understand what chess blindness is, but in a sense, chess blindness is when a chess player stares at their own game way too long and they get lost in all the decisions that they could make. And it becomes so bad that they can go mentally insane and physically become distressed. It gets very bad. So what they do to battle this chess blindness mid-game is get up in between moves and watch the games around them. And I thought about that and was like, how do this apply to my everyday life right now? And what I came to the conclusion with is that chess blindness happens when we stay way too comfortable and we stay way too long inside of our comfort zones. We gotta look up and just try a bunch of new shit. And when you can get up and just try a bunch of new shit, you don't forget the path that you were on before, but you really get a sense of, is that really the path that I want to be on? Because who knows? You might try some new shit and be like, damn, I like this. And now you got a new path. And it's not like you starting over from scratch. You're just continuing the path that you were on in a different direction. And when I say in a different direction, it doesn't always have to mean you're going backwards, but you can go in any direction. And sometimes backwards isn't always bad. Yesterday I was thinking about the phrase, take 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. And usually I hear that in like a negative sense, but now that I think about it, it's kind of important to succeed and then fail a few times to really see where you can truly get better. Because once you start winning so much and way too much, you lose a sense of who you are and what you're doing. You don't improve, but you end up plateauing. Nothing is here to challenge you. And once you're not challenged enough, everything becomes boring. And once everything becomes boring to you, you get depressed and you get anxious and you start to question yourself and your ability. So it's important for us to take 2 steps forward and 5 steps back sometimes. Yes, it's important to win and succeed, but who said winning and succeeding always had to mean you're beating something or you're accomplishing something? Winning and failing can be interchangeable. You can fail by winning and you can win by failing. They're interchangeable. We have to be more open to life. And when I say more open, we have to be more susceptible to the things around us. We can't just hold these biases against peoples and things around us and shut them out because that's something we think we don't like. Sometimes things change, and it's better for things to change than stay the same. And it's important to denote that or understand that, because when we really think about it, everything is changing all day, every day. Nothing stays the same. I forget which philosopher came up with this, but he said, you can't step in the same river twice. No man steps in the same river twice. And it makes sense because water is always flowing. Now think about you. Your cells are always regenerating and rebuilding. You get new blood in you every day. So eventually all the blood that once was in you gets replaced by new blood. It's almost like the thought experiment of, if you have a ship and one piece on the ship breaks and you replace it, is it the same ship? Crazy to think about, right? If you could be like, yeah, it's the same ship, I only replace one piece. But that's the thing, you replaced something. So something is different about this ship. And to go a little bit further, you could say, okay, one piece on the ship breaks, we replace it. Another piece breaks, we replace it. Eventually, you'll end up replacing every single plank that was on the ship. You end up replacing every single piece of the ship. Is it the same ship, or is it a new ship that looks the same? It's crazy to think about, right? Our life is everlasting change, and if we stay in the same habitual motions, we become robots. If we close out any new thoughts, we become robots. We become AI. We are the robots that are going to take over. It's us. So think about that. What can you do to not be a robot? What part of your life, what parts of your life are you being a robot in? What part of your life is that you are so comfortable in that you just never question? What is something in your life that you just never question? I challenge you to find something that you just never challenge and challenge it and see where it takes you. And it's okay if you don't change something completely, but at least you tried. At least you gave it the effort. Trying and failing is better than never trying at all. Try to pick up a new book. Try to watch a new video. Try to listen to new music. Try to question some of your old beliefs. Try to question the people around you. Try to question authority. Try to go out more. Try to stay in more if you go out too much. Try to go out without pop or soda, whatever you call it. Try to go without juice. Try to go without sugar. It's like I want to see you fast, like fast in the sense of going without food, but like with your everyday life. What is something that you just have all day, every day, repeatedly, that never fails without change? I want you to take it away from yourself and fast. Fast. Straight like that. I'm not sure how to bring the point across anymore, but hopefully you understand. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the episode right there. Just a quick episode on a Sunday. That just something to give y'all, because my next guest isn't gonna be here until next Thursday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I always thank you for listening. And today's episode is sponsored by Trap Golf. Use my code ENOEX at checkout for 20% off. That's trapgolf.com and Trap Golf Official on Instagram. Stay trappy.